Hello, and welcome to day 12 of my StoWaStarMa video challenge, in which I attempt to make a video every day for the month of January. Unfortunately, this is day 12 and video 9, so I went 3 days straight without making a video, and so I guess I have failed that attempt. However, I'm going to continue to try to make as many videos as possible this month, and we'll see how close I can get. Today is going to be a little different. I'm going to be talking about a little more recent history, and since the people involved in this are still alive today, I want to be very careful to say that I will not be stating my opinions on the matter. I will be relaying the facts as I understand them, and I have gleaned the information I'm using from news sources such as NPR News, the New York Times, and the Washington Post, as well as getting more direct sources from Immigration and Customs Enforcement and the Department of Justice. So, let's begin. All right, I'm going to be talking about the Hobby Lobby smuggling scandal, which came to light in 2017. It all began in 2009 when Hobby Lobby began acquiring historically significant artifacts. In October of 2010, they were looking into an arrangement to buy some things that originated from Iraq. In October of 2010, they hired a cultural property law expert to help them in this process. He warned that the items that they were looking at may have been looted from Iraq illegally, and that he advised them to check and see if anything else in their collection came from Iraq, and if so, to make sure that it had been done appropriately. He told them to make sure that the point of origins listed on any documentation were correct, and that failure to do so could result in the items being seized. However, despite the warnings about the items by the expert they hired, they decided to proceed with the deal after all. In December of 2010, they purchased 5,500 artifacts, including many clay tablets with cuneiform etched into them, bullae, which are sort of a clay seal, seal cylinders, other similar items. Now, they paid a sum of $1.6 million for this collection of 5,500 items. Now, there were some red flags that they overlooked. One of them is that they never met the original seller. They did everything through an intermediary. The person they spoke to about buying them was not the person who was selling them. It was someone in between. Additionally, the $1.6 million, instead of being sent to a single business account, was sent to 7 different private bank accounts. However, they missed those red flags. They went through with it. When they received the items, they were shipped to 3 of their business locations and in them, the items were labeled as being clay tiles, ceramic tiles, or tile samples. So what was in them was inappropriately labeled. Additionally, the country of origin for those original shipments said that they came from Turkey, so that was also labeled incorrectly. The later shipment was labeled as being from Israel. Now, many people speculated that these items were acquired with the intent of them being put on display at the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C., which Hobby Lobby has been involved with financially. The exact nature of that business arrangement, I haven't really been able to find, to be honest with you. I found different things by different sources that sort of contradicted each other, so I didn't want to really get into that because I don't know who has the correct information. However, the Museum of the Bible itself denied that these items were ever a part of their collection, or that they were, and also denied that they were ever intended to become part of their collection. So if Hobby Lobby intended that, they did not speak with the museum about it, according to the museum. Whatever the intention that they had when they acquired the items, after a civil complaint was made in 2017, the items were returned, and Hobby Lobby paid a sum of $3 million in fines. In a statement released by Hobby Lobby president Steve Green, he said that Hobby Lobby was new to the world of acquiring these items and did not fully appreciate the complexities of the acquisitions process. Sorry, I needed to read that word for word. I wanted to make sure that I got it right. So there are some unanswered questions. However, again, I do not want to speculate. I do not want to give opinions. I just want to report the facts as I understand them. And so, yeah, there were some red flags in this deal. Did they know better? Hard to say. Should they have known better? Well, they went against the advice of their own expert. However, sometimes when something seems really good, you ignore warning signs you shouldn't ignore. I'm not going to speculate any further. Anyway, now that that's done, I'm going to check the hat to see what is my next topic, and so we'll do that now. Yeah, I gotta say, I need to get better at the endings of my videos. I think that's something I need to work on a bit, because I find myself at the end, like, okay, when I'm planning it out, I'm like, this is what I'm going to say, and it's going to be the ending. Then when I get there, I'm like, I feel like I'm not done. All right. Oh, this is very vague. All right. Somebody said I need to do a video on a little known fact about World War II. So I have to find a little known fact about World War II and make a video on that. This being vague, it means that I might have to do some more research then. I mean, it might take longer to research because there's a lot of very interesting facts about World War II, a lot of things that not everybody knows, but finding something I can actually do a full video on, that might take some thought. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. And until then, stay spooky.